Now that I got you guys all pumped up, welcome back to the channel. And today, let's run it back with the 1986-1987 Air Jordan 2. Originally released in 1986, the Air Jordan 2 was the second model in the Air Jordan line. Now, it didn't really come out to the public until 1987 because Michael Jordan was injured with a broken foot and he never really wore the shoe to promote the shoe. That may be the reason in 1986 the shoe only came in two primary colors, one away colorway and one home colorway. And definitely has one of the best Air Jordan boxes of all time. Air Jordan 2 was also made in Italy, which may have factored in for the higher price tag, because in 1986 the Air Jordan 2 cost $100 compared to successor Air Jordan 1 that only cost $69. If you ever wondered why the Air Jordan 2 looks so different from all the other models, is because two designers designed this shoe. Peter Moore, the first designer of the Air Jordan 1, and Bruce Kilgore, the designer of the Air Force 1. The Air Jordan 2 was the last model to feature the Wings logo before Tinker came in and started his new campaign to keep Michael with the company, which was the Air Jordan Flight Series, started in 1988 with the Air Jordan 3. So when I first started collecting Jordans, it was 1989. So to me, the Air Jordan 2 doesn't have as much meaning as the 4, 5, 6, and above have to me. Now, when going back into the history of the Air Jordan 2, when I was collecting sneakers, I needed the 2 for my collection. When looking back at the 2 and searching for the 2, there was some great ad campaigns, posters, the slow motion dunk commercial. There were so many advertisements that went along with the Air Jordan 2 that just made this shoe so special. Jordan 2 grew on me. But when I first started collecting or buying shoes on eBay, I would try to get the Air Jordan 2 into my collection. So the very first pair that I got of the Air Jordan 2 was an original size 13, which is not my size, but is the white red Air Jordan 2 original. And I've got some photos here to show you. I do not have this pair anymore, but it was completely wearable at the time, but did not fit me, obviously, because it's a size 13. Second one I have is the 1995 Retro, which is completely crumbling. What I did here was I just put some shoe goo all over the shoe to hold the midsole on. I did a pretty good job. It just held it so I can display it, but the bottom fell out so you can actually see the air pocket in the heel. Funny thing about the Air Jordan 2, it priced a premium, but all it had in the original model was just a small airbag in the heel. Also, that original white red is my favorite color of the Air Jordan 2. Now, I have a little bit of a story to tell you. I'm going to say in 1996, 97, I took a trip down to Minneapolis, and they had a store there. I want to say it was Shields or something, and they had stacks of Air Jordan 1s and Air Jordan 2s in the original box from the 1995 Retros, all on the table at $29 a pop. I was 16, 17 around this time, and I did not have my own money at the time, and I begged my mom for at least one pair, and I never got one. That is one day that I'll never forget, because they were all stacked with those 1995 Retro boxes that you see right here behind me, all stacked on a table at $29 each. Jordan 1 and Jordan 2. And imagine buying that whole table now at $29 a pop. How much those shoes would be worth. It's just crazy. So the one in my hand is the 1994-95 Retro. I think I paid $69 for this. It came with the original box, the original paper, and the Retro card. They are crumbling and falling apart, but they are pretty much in mint condition. It says Nike Air on the insole, full grain leather upper, and the shape of the shoe is how it should look. Now, over the years, I've had a love-hate relationship with the Air Jordan 2, and I'll tell you the reason why. When I first saw the Air Jordan 2 on posters and magazines, and Michael wearing them, and Michael wearing my favorite colorway, for instance, the white and red one, the shoe looked sleek, fast, and really great quality. But then Jordan Brand decided to retro them in the early 2000s and came out with these most hideous designed Jordan 2s ever that don't look like the original ones did, and they had these square, boxy looking toes that look nothing like the Air Jordan 2. So seeing that truly put the 2 on the back burner to me, and I didn't buy any 2s, and I've never been excited about a 2 because they didn't look right. They didn't look like the ones from 1986, 87, or didn't even look like the ones from 94, 95. I don't understand how you can't get certain things right when making a shoe. Like, I don't understand when a shoe designer brings back an Air Jordan 2, which was a classic shoe, and they don't make it look the way it's supposed to look. I don't understand how that happens, how they can just send the shoe out in the world and say, okay, this is going to sell. But it doesn't look right. Like, it looked boxy. It doesn't look right. There was one that kind of looked good, but still not quite. The Jordan Wing It, to me, had almost the right shape, but it's not the right shoe. So that one, I kind of liked it, but I never bought it, but I kind of liked it, and it had an okay job on the material and the way it looked. But the year is 2021, and we have finally got a perfectly shaped Air Jordan 2, and I am excited. The reason why I'm excited is because the brand Off-White has collaborated with Air Jordan to come up with, I think it's an amazing concept, have the Air Jordan 2 crumbled like the one in my hand and kind of glued back together like the one in my hand, wearable. But the best part of all is that we actually got some insight into why the shoe is like this, why the shoe looks this way, and why it looks so perfect to the original. Because we actually have a fan of Air Jordans and sneakers, and he went to Jordan Brand, this head of the company of Off-White. His name is Virgil. I can't really say his last name, so I'm not gonna butcher it, but his name is Virgil, and he is a real sneakerhead who's actually in the community of the world where you can tell Nike to do it the right way. And he commented on one of my friend's posts on Instagram. He had commented on his picture how we are praising him on getting the shoe right in the right shape. And he has commented and told us his vision on why the shoe looks this way. And it got me excited because I have an Air Jordan 2 that looks the way it should, and the designer is telling me that he's in love with the shoe too and wants the same things that we do. He wants the shoe to look like it was when he had one as a kid, and it should feel and look premium. Thank you, Virgil, for answering our questions and being open and honest on the blog that at Scholar23. Follow him on Instagram, by the way. He's like a historian on all Air Jordan. And his comments gave us some insight on why he did this. And it just made me excited for this release, the Off-White, and also maybe a general release of the original colorways in the future that look like the one Virgil did. I am praising Virgil on bringing back the Air Jordan 2 in the original shape, and I think the cracked sole idea is great. If you look at some of the shoes I have on display in my room, you will see a lot of them with cracked soles that I always wish I just want to put them on my feet. We actually got some design specs and all this information on how they did this and how what Virgil's vision of the Air Jordan 2 was. And I am mind-boggled, and I think it's amazing. And again, thank you, Virgil, for answering our questions and telling us your vision. I thought that was a great thing to do, and it blew up the internet. It blew up the internet for Air Jordan fans and fans of the Air Jordan 2. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen the 1995 version, but the 1995 or 94 version had the greatest retro boxes, in my opinion, that were ever created. It has like a miniature poster that's on the box that shows you all the shoes over the years. And see the Jordan 2 that's on there? That is my favorite color of the Air Jordan 2, is that one, the white and red. This one also came with a commemorative sheet inside that tells you all some information of his rookie year, MVP awards, championships, why he's the greatest player ever. And the Air Jordan 2 is completely crumbled and dissolved in here. If you look here, it's just gone. So hopefully I get a midsole. I can sole swap these and bring them back to life, because that would be great to bring my Air Jordan 2s from 1994-95 retro and bring them back to life. I wasn't extremely excited about the Air Jordan 2, but after seeing the design specs and the designs, I am super excited the Air Jordan 2, and that toe box is correct. The shape of the toe box, I'm happy. Thank you, Nike. Thank you, Virgil. Thank you for listening to us on the shape. We all love the original shapes of sneakers, and especially ones that take us back to our youth. Thanks again. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Forsyth23. Make sure you give me a subscribe. Like always, thanks again.